Valley Connection is brought to you by RPS Video Productions.
Welcome to a new year of the Valley Connection, and if this is your very first time to join us, we would like to welcome you. I'm Nancy Lopez.
And I'm Cesaria Hernandez, and happy 2013, everybody.
Yes, you know, 2012 was a good year, but I'm looking forward to 2013 as well.
Oh, I think it's going to do nothing but look up, up, up.
Yeah, let's hope. And speaking of up, 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 we have some great segments to share with you today.
That's right, yes we do. First of all, we are going to start off with pickleball.
Yeah, now it's not something you eat.
No, it's not. It's kind of a combo tennis, ping pong, racquetball kind of thing. And Nancy and I didn't know anything about it, but now we do.
Yeah, now we do. And then we're going to go to the library. You're going to do something kind of interesting.
Yes, Bark for Books.
Yeah.
Bark for Books, one of the many, many programs that they offer there at the Hemet Public Library, and we're going to check it out.
And then we're going to go to Rob Lindquist. He's kind of our local historian, and he's going to be out at the Massacre Canyon, and he's going to share some of the history of our valley. Very interesting out there.
Very interesting, Nancy.
And then I'm going to Toby Mort. Now, you know, it's the new year, and, you know, we think about weight loss and all this, but we also start thinking about our money, because before we know it, tax season is here, and he's going to kind of share some of the money issues with us, so looking forward to that.
So you're going to want to stay tuned for that and a whole lot more right after this.
If your normal daily water supply is interrupted due to the unexpected, will you and your family have access to safe, clean, life-sustaining water? Locally owned California Water Storage is a leader in the manufacturing of residential and commercial stainless steel water storage tanks. Water is one of our most precious natural resources. Store it safely with the strength, durability, and hygienic material that our stainless steel water tanks provide. Visit our website or call 909-292-7388 for more information.
Welcome back to the Valley Connection. Now, if you've made some New Year's resolutions like Nancy and I to get a little bit more healthy, a little more active, we have got the perfect sport for you.
Yeah, this is something different that I didn't know about. It's called pickleball, and it's played where?
Oh, it's
here in the valley?
Yeah, at a number of different locations. We were out at the Golden Village Palms RV Resort. They have a nice little court out there that they play it at, but there's also one out at the Aquatic Center for Valley-wide. So take a look.
Nice point.
Here at Golden Village Palms, when I started just 3 years ago over here at this resort, we had people that came to me and they said, you know, we want to be able to have pickleball courts. And I looked at them and I said, pickleball? I had no idea what pickleball even was. And so they gave me a little bit of the background history on pickleball courts. And so I said, well, let me research it a moment. They gave me all the information. And so I told them to get a temporary net. Let's try it out in the street itself. As soon as we put that net up out there and they started hitting that pickleball around, people from everywhere came on out of their RV sites and started to play pickleball. And there were just so many visitors. It was lined up with people throughout the street. And I thought, my gosh, this is just amazing for something like this. It's just a small version of tennis, really. Well, and that's exactly what it is. It's easier on the joints and it just makes it a lot easier to play.
Okay, come on in. Point. This is Chris Thomas here, and I wanted to give you a brief introduction to a fantastic sport called pickleball. It's the fastest growing participant sport in North America. It is a combination of badminton, tennis, ping pong, and it's very easy to learn. The fastest group that's growing sport-wise in terms of participants are the baby boomers, 50 plus, but it's also a great sport for families. I've seen 3 generations of the same family out on the court. It's very easy on the legs. You only have 1/4 the size of a tennis court, and that's the whole pickleball court. So playing doubles, only have half the court, very easy to cover. It's an exciting sport. The game moves very fast. It's only 1 game to 11. A lot of rallies. It does not emphasize speed and power. It emphasizes shot placement, strategy, communication with your partner.
When we built the pickleball courts, we decided to keep everything with the local economy, and that's where we ended up using a lot of the local businesses that were right here in town to come on in and construct this fantastic pickleball court.
The biggest asset is that it is a draw for winter visitors, and winter visitors in itself is a very, very good economic engine for the city of Hemet and for our valley. So therefore, with the addition of this one, and apparently there are pickleball courts at Diamond Valley Lake, I'm hearing talk of national pickleball tournaments out here. That's all. It means money, it means revenues, but it also means getting our name as a city out to the rest of the country and saying, come on, winter visitors, come to Hemet. We've got a lot of stuff for you to do, and we really enjoy having them here. So hats off, to Golden Village. They have done an awesome job in marketing their place and Hemet and the San Jacinto Valley.
White Feather Investigations has been serving Southern California since 2002. We are a success-oriented agency and are experience-driven with a documented track record of positive results. By using advanced investigative technology and surveillance techniques specifically developed by our company, we give our clients the best possible outcome while still working within their budget. White Feather Investigations, uncovering deception and seeking the truth for you.
And welcome back. And now we're going to go to a great resource in our valley. It's the Hemet Public Library, and they have all kinds of different programs there, and one that's very interesting.
That's right. We're going to learn all about bark for books. The Hemet Public Library has so much to offer for all different age groups. This last Saturday, we were out at their children's library, and you know what? Things are really going to the dogs out there. I'm talking about their Bark for Books program.
Bark for Books is a program at the Hemet Public Library, which encourages children to come and read stories to the dogs. The dogs are therapy dogs. They have been specially trained, and they visit convalescent hospitals, and they also come in and the children read to them. It encourages children to read out loud. Sometimes they don't like to do that when they have to have people listening to them, so it makes them be more secure in reading out loud. Helps the teachers in school too, because if they call on them, they're not afraid because they know they've read to a dog, so that's fine.
The Bark for Books program, I know that the kids love it. They really enjoy being with the dogs. They all love to pet them. And I've seen kids read stories to them and have just so much fun. I think it's great that the parents come in with them as well, because then that gives them a chance to spend some time with their kids and share that experience together.
Let's find out more about what's available for the youth.
We have 5 computer stations over in the children's section. They are specifically for children. They have various games and learning programs on them. We also have the homework center right over here. It has, we have 4 computers that are internet capable, as well as having Microsoft Word for doing any assignments that kids might have. We have set aside 2 to 6 p.m. as a homework center time for the computers so that kids doing homework have an opportunity to get on those computers. This is also our youth reference area. So we have encyclopedias and reference materials over here that are more geared for a younger audience.
The Hemet Public Library has so much to offer our Valley residents. This is a state-of-the-art facility. Come on out and check out their DVDs, free Wi-Fi, or you can go to their website, www.hemetpubliclibrary.org. Check out all of the programs and see if there isn't something in there for you. Now, we're going to be right back with more of The Valley Connection. Welcome back. Now we're going to go out with local historian Rob Lindquist to learn a little bit more about Massacre Canyon. And Nancy, did you know that there is hiking up there, there's waterfalls, and this is the very best time of year to see it?
You know what? I didn't realize that. So this is going to be a very interesting segment. So let's watch.
We're here at North Mountain, north of San Jacinto. We're in a canyon. It's called the Massacre Canyon. It has Potrero Creek running through it. That's up from the old Potrero Ranch, and it comes down through here. We're going to go into this canyon. We're going to see some very interesting things, both geological and man-made. One of the things that we start with is this nice elderberry right here. This site was a site of a massacre that occurred about 400 years ago with the Indians. But let's go on and let's go in. There's some archaeology in here that you'll be interested in seeing. We're back in the canyon now, quite a ways in. And what's behind me is a major piece of industrial architecture that dates back to the late 80s or early 90s of the 19th century. This is the Schneider Lime Quarry and Lime Mill with its beautiful kilns. And these kilns, made out of heavy stone, was where the limestone was reduced down to powder, and the powder essentially was the main component of what cement is made out of. What I have in my hand is literally burnt limestone. And it makes this powder, which again went into making the cement. And the cement you'll find everywhere. The Estudillo house, I believe, has lime that came. Its cement contains the same lime as was mined out of this area. What we'll do next is go up farther and actually see where this limestone was mined out of the mountain. There's a big deposit here where the San Jacinto Fault runs through this mountain, North Mountain. We'll go up and look at that, and that was the source of this major industry. This industry has some history, and we're going to go on to a couple other places that will show you that. As we viewed this canyon, you'll notice that the sides of the canyon seem to to be sliding back and forth. I mean, they're stationary, but they look like they've gone by each other. And that forms a kind of an S characteristic to the lower canyon here in the Potrero Creek area. And that is all indicative of this tremendous earth movement that goes on here in the Claremont-San Jacinto fault system. And if you look up high in the shots that you're looking at now, you'll see this intruded formation of limestone that was the source of the mining operation here. What you're looking at here is another lime kiln. It predates the one we were looking at before. This one may go back into the Mexican-American period. It may go back to the Spanish period. It's a very, very old kiln, and it shows that this industry was going on for quite a long time during the 19th century. We're even deeper in the canyon, and I've got to tell you, this is an area of power, of geological power, but power that the Indians respected and revered. And if you look at this, oh, so magnificent, and then turn, and what do you find? The Massacre Canyon Falls, a more idyllic, beautiful place you cannot find in the San Jacinto Valley. What a resource. We need to take care of these things. We need to honor and revere these things. This is too beautiful to be lost.
You can find more information about our wonderful valley in the Hemet and San Jacinto books published by Arcadia Publishing.
White Feather Investigations has been serving Southern California since 2002. We are a success-oriented agency and are experience-driven with a documented track record of positive results. By using advanced investigative technology and surveillance techniques specifically developed by our company, we give our clients the best possible outcome while still working within their budget. White Feather Investigations, uncovering deception and seeking the truth for you.
If your normal daily water supply is interrupted due to the unexpected, will you and your family have access to safe, clean, life-sustaining water? Locally owned California Water Storage is a leader in the manufacturing of residential and commercial stainless steel water storage tanks. Water is one of our most precious natural resources. Store it safely with the strength, durability, and hygienic material that our stainless steel water tanks provide. Visit our website or call 909-292-7388 for more information.
And welcome back to the show, and I'm very honored to have with me my friend Toby Mort, who probably don't like this term, but I call you my financial valley guru.
You're very kind, Nancy.
Thank you for being with us. A new year, so let's start talking about finance. And I know in the news, the latest thing is the fiscal cliff. What are your comments about it?
Well, it was a word coined by the government about a year ago. And it was also very political because it created in the people's minds somebody falling off a cliff is a dangerous thing. Whether it really was or not, or is, I guess is yet to be determined. But I think most of us felt the fiscal cliff was probably a word used to intimidate the public more than a reality. And the fiscal cliff itself, I guess it could have happened because it would have created a lot of reductions in government spending, would have curtailed a lot of programs, would have also changed the tax laws in many ways. But as we now know, we've passed that, and they've really sort of kicked the can down the road. They've kept the government running, but they're going to be working with a new Congress now, and they will have to deal with some of those things that are still on the table, such as the debt ceiling and some of the other things. I never get very excited about this. Really, you can't do a lot about it personally.
Out of our control.
Out of our control, yeah. And I guess I just figure it's one of those day-to-day things that goes on and probably always will, because government never reacts like business does. Business always try to plan for unscheduled events or unusual events, or try to make a plan on how you want the business to grow. Government never does that until there's a crisis, you know, and that's how they operate. So if you get used to the government operating that way, you know they will eventually come up with it. It may be, 11:59 in the evening, which it was again.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. You really can't change how the government's going to operate.
Well, I like your motto that you kind of have. Why don't you share that?
Oh, you mean about being not worrying about things you can't control?
Yeah, and your plan, yeah.
And you need to do your own plan and work your plan, and not let these day-to-day things change how you operate for your family and for your business.
Yeah, I guess think about retirement, what you want to accomplish and how you need to get there, and make a plan, and like you say, stick with it.
Well, it's more than just retirement. For some people, it's getting kids through college. For others, it's enough.
And the plan changes, I guess, as you
Well, it can,
go
yes.
along.
You need to do that, but basic investing doesn't really change over the long run. Quality investing is still quality even during a recession. And you may see value go down for a while, but the investments themselves are still quality investments. It's like your house. Is your house worth less than it was maybe in 2005,
I don't even want to go there.
I know. But you didn't sell your house because it was worth less. And people get all excited about those times when markets go down substantially. And rather than sticking with quality and staying there, people who sold out at the bottom, which was March of 2009, really gave up a lot. And they did not recoup it. Once you sell it, you cannot recoup.
Yeah, you can't go back.
No, you can't go back. And
So how do you start out? I mean, what's a good thing to help develop your plan? Where do you begin?
Well, you need to look at what you have and all of your income. You need to look at all of your expenses. You need to set goals. Many people don't set goals. If they are setting a goal for a comfortable retirement or enough money to have retirement down the road, but they've got kids that are growing up and they got to get them through college first, those kind of things. Some people plan only for vacations. They just want to take that 4 weeks a year or whatever they can take out of their job, and that's another thing. But you've got to plan for those events, not just say, well, I hope that on June 30th I have enough money to go. You got to start planning.
Planning is key, isn't it, Toby? I mean, how many times do you see people go, oh, wow, I'm like 60 and, I'm looking at retirement and all those years I could have planned and I didn't?
Technically, you should be starting to plan for retirement in your 20s. It takes 40 years to really build a quality retirement plan. But most people, I would say, are not even looking at that till they're close to 50. And you're right, many of them not till they're 60, and they say, wow, I'm getting close to 62. Maybe I should think
do
about
something.
This. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't.
And it's a discipline, isn't it?
It sure is, yes. And you have to put the money away regularly. You just have to do it, and you have to discipline yourself. And there's always those unusual expenses that come along as well. But if you have a little plan, you'll have a little safety money, in the background there someplace, a little safety net to help yourself. How many people haven't had to get a new car because the old one quit?
Yeah.
Refrigerators, washing machines, all the things that happen to your house. You better have some kind of a plan to take care of that, and at least some money stashed away in some form, and that's all part of your major plan.
Right. We only have about 30 seconds left. Okay, any predictions for this year?
I think it'll be a good year. Some people are concerned about it. I think you'll see the markets do well this year. We're already seeing large turnaround in corporations, and there's a lot of cash on the sidelines that has not been reinvested for the last 3 or 4 years. There are probably larger amounts of cash already sitting in money market funds and savings accounts than we've seen in a long time.
So that sounds kind of positive.
They should have been investing it 3 years ago, but they are going to do it now.
Do it now, no.
Right.
It's better now than later.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being with us, Toby. Appreciate it. And we always appreciate your insight to what's happening out there in the financial world. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be right back with more of the Valley Connection after this.
Hi, I'm Roger Schultz, Superintendent President of Mount San Jacinto College. I invite you to look at the programs and services MSJC has to offer the businesses and residents of our 1,700 square mile district. As your community college, we are familiar with the business needs of our communities. We have developed programs tailored to our unique region, helping students become qualified for the jobs you're trying to fill, enhancing current job skills to maintain productivity, and providing employers with a pool of qualified job seekers. MSJC provides the education your staff members need to remain qualified in their jobs or to take their education to the next level through our transfer programs to a four-year university. We offer cutting-edge training with an eye towards the latest trends and technologies to help your business remain competitive and relevant during these dynamic times. Come see what Mount San Jacinto College has to offer you.
And welcome back. As we close the show, we hope you found it very interesting and entertaining and informative. And speaking of informative, we got something exciting just right around the corner coming up.
That's right. We are up here in the Valley for our 90th season of Ramona. My goodness, 90 seasons to do this show. It is the longest running outdoor play here in the United States and the official California state play.
That's right. There's going to be a lot of fun activities and events associated with this year's celebration. So if you've never seen it, you have to get out there. And even if you have seen it, bring friends, come again. I'm sure you will enjoy it.
That's right. Contact the Bowl. They're going to have group discounts and local discounts available. So get on out there. And we're also going to keep you apprised of all of the happenings that have to do with the pageant coming up.
Yeah, so get your tickets early. And speaking of money and tickets, hey, we need you to shop local. We need the money to stay right here in our valley. So it's very important when you think, oh, I need to buy this or that, think, hey, local. Can I get it local? Yeah, if you can, let's do it.
That's right. Keep your tax dollars right here. And be sure to check us out on the web. You can see us at www.thevalleyconnection.net. You can look at this show again or many prior shows or many of our links.
That's right. And thank you again for inviting us into your home. We wish you a very happy new year.